Hello guys, today we're talking about Onward's Blu-ray sales. Yes. Onward, I already went over into a bit of a length on here, but yeah. I think this is the sales of Blu-ray of Onward is pathetic for a Pixar movie, okay? Again, the domestic sales are not even that great for this movie anyways. Nobody really watched this movie on Disney+. Onward is going to be one of Pixar's most forgettable movies, besides The Good Dinosaur, which again, even Good Dinosaur outsold Onward, I think. Here, let's just go to The Good Dinosaur. Here. The Good Dinosaur. Here. Yeah, The Good Dinosaur on Blu-ray. Of course, Good Dinosaur came out in 2016 when Blu-ray was bigger. But yeah, Good Dinosaur movie. Yeah, this is the sales for Good Dinosaur. This is way much bigger than Onward. Okay, this is Good Dinosaur's first week of Blu-ray sales. 726,000. And 686,000 for DVD. Again, Blu-ray was much more bigger and DVD was much more bigger than it is now. Okay, streaming has taken a large chunk away from Blu-ray and DVD sales. But Onward sales are just pathetic to look at. Okay, they are pathetic. This is Onward sales on DVD. An avenue that Disney used to do extremely well in. But now, because Disney is just putting all the eggs in Disney Plus in one basket, basically, yeah, they're suffering on physical media. They're not promoting Onward. And I think the other reason why that people tend to forget is that they released Onward on the same day as Sonic on Blu-ray. Okay? You know, they lost out the Blu-ray so they can get it out before the end, so they can get, hey, well, you know, oh, you can watch, people can watch it on Blu-ray. They essentially probably rushed out the Onward Blu-ray so they can attempt to compete with Sonic, because a lot of people were comparing Sonic to Onward, and Sonic destroyed Onward's Blu-ray sales, and it didn't even come close. If you look at the yearly the sales for Sonic, Sonic is still in the top 10, and Onward is nowhere to be seen. And also, Onward, a lot of competition came out. Scoob came out, selling pretty well. Trolls World Tour came out as well, which broke. And again, Trolls World Tour and Scoob were viewed as, you know, paragons for streaming. These are once theoretical releases that got put on forward in streaming, and they are doing far better on Blu-ray than Onward is. Okay, far better. They're faring far better on Blu-ray than Onward is. Okay, you know, this Scoob only has 3 weeks of sales here, and it's having pretty decent ratings despite IMDb saying it's such a horrible movie. You know, IMDb is, of course, you know, quote unquote most trustworthy source. You know, they gave Knock Down the House a 6.8 out of 10, but again, that just exposes the political biases there. But again, they gave Captain Marvel a 6.9 out of 10. You really think that Captain Marvel is a 6.8 out of 10? Or do you okay, the Lion King remake is actually on par with Metacritic's score, so again, you can't really complain about the IMDb score if the Metacritic score is exactly the same. But yeah, here are the video sales for Scoob. It is far better than Onward. Far better. It's declined. The DAD lost the home charts, but the Blu-ray sales are still holding on. And of course, the watch at home charts is VOD, and digital rentals and stuff. And yeah, and again, most of the people who probably are buying this movie on Blu-ray and DVD recognize Scooby-Doo. Okay. You know, a similar thing happened to Spies in Disguise, another Disney animated movie. Again, it's a Fox movie, but Disney owns Fox. So again, Spies in Disguise was made as a Disney. All of the thing was on Disney. Okay, it failed on Blu-ray. Okay, it failed to meet expectations on Blu-ray. You know, here are the sales for Spies in Disguise. Spies in Disguise is actually less than Little Women. Okay, which again, this is a movie that's to be doing well on DVD, especially DVD, because a lot of parents are going to buy DVDs for their kids. Okay, you know, coming in the same audience as Scoob and Trolls World Tour. And again, there are other movies that also compete in the same audience for Scoob and World Tour. Jumanji: The Next Level, Frozen 2, which again, Frozen 2 had massive sales, but again, they didn't have amazing ratings at all. Frozen 2 also had abysmal ratings, just like Onward did. It's still the #1 movie. And I don't think anything's gonna top Frozen 2 anytime soon, or probably even this year. That'll come out this year, probably except for Trolls World Tour, if it keeps up with the legs that it's having. But again, Jumanji is competing with Jumanji, another movie that can appeal towards all audiences. Star Wars is competing with that. It's competing with Sonic, which again, Sonic should be around again 1.24 million. I don't know why on here the excluding 40 for 50,000 sales. And again, other movies that came out at the same time, Doolittle, again, nearly outsold Onward, a Pixar movie, competing with, Call the Wild, another Disney movie. Yeah, and of course it's competing with movies that already have been out for a while, such as Minions, Sing, Illumination movies, and a lot of other movies that have already been out for years that people are like, oh, I can just buy a movie that I have grew up, that I have fond memories of, and let's make my, young ones watch it. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, we have Call the Wild and Scoop. Scoop is gonna outsell, Onward. It's only going to be a matter of time that Scoop, actually a week probably, that it probably already has by now. Scoop has probably beaten Onward in sales. But yeah, Scoop has beaten Onward, will probably beat Onward in sales. And it will probably be the 14th movie to pass 1 million copies this year. That being behind Knives Out. Once again, that movie had pretty bad first week sales, but again, it had pretty great legs here. And again, Onward, I bet if they released it in the middle of June, it will probably do a bit better. But considering how poorly Disney has promoted this movie and how awful, again, Trolls is coming out, Scoob is coming out because those are only two major movies until Mulan and Tenet come out. Yeah, that's the big competition now. Okay, the big competition. Okay, the big movies, the only two big movies of the year of this summer, basically, Trolls World Tour and Scoob, where both are competing for the same exact audience. Onward's being left out. This is Onward sales. Okay, Onward's being outsold by Midway of all movies. Okay, a movie that critics hated, of course. But of course, critics said Onward was a masterpiece. But again, people don't trust critics anymore. People watched their favorite critics last year with the barrage of woke movies that they gave 10 out of 10s to, but nobody else did. Like, for example, Captain Marvel, Charlie's Angels, and of course, let's not forget, Little Women. And all the other woke movies that they have came out with, but again, they tried to trash Joker because of the whole controversy that really has caused nothing. So yeah, that's really it. And that's why Onward failed on Blu-ray. And again, I think this is spelling bad news for Disney as a whole on Blu-ray. Disney is abandoning Blu-ray and is probably the first company that's fully trying to abandon the home video market as a whole. They don't really see much value in the home video market. I know Star Wars is still doing pretty well. On Blu-ray. But not Onward. And they're not even making the top 20 anymore. No Disney movies are making the top 20 anymore. Nothing Disney. Pets is still making it. And Jurassic World, Rampage, non-Disney movies are making it. Call the Wild is the only Disney movie. Actually, Call the Wild is owned by Disney. It's the only Disney movie on the list. The only movie with the Disney cover. The fact that they released Onward on the same day as Sonic, a much more popular movie, by the way, it made double the money. It made like 3 times the money in theaters of Onward. Again, Onward's one where both movies, ones were cut short, though. It was still probably did double the money of Onward because of how horrible Onward is. And again, I think another reason why Onward is failing on Blu-ray is that Onward is just not interesting to audiences. Okay, Onward just looks like a generic movie. It doesn't even feel like a Pixar movie. It feels like a DreamWorks movie. It doesn't feel Pixar. It doesn't feel quality. Again, the story might be good, but again, the movie just feels like a DreamWorks movie. Second rate. Doesn't feel like a Pixar movie. A movie that Pixar would make. Okay? And you have Sonic just defeating it in every market. Okay? Every market. Sonic beats Onward. Okay? And it was the whole battle. Sonic, a movie that stood up for the fans, and Onward, another Pixar puppet by Disney to attempt to make money. And again, I think the reason why they made Onward was because they want to make more franchises to make more money off of. Because they know Cars was a big franchise. Okay? It started by making one movie. And again, Toy Story as well. Big franchise. A lot of recognizable characters from that franchise. Disney knows that that eventually, once a time, Pixar has to make a new idea so they can make it into a new potential franchise. And yeah, Onward is a big failure. You know, the fact that Scoob is outselling it now is just absolutely hilarious now. The fact that that not even the Disney fanboys are buying it Onward on Blu-ray. The fact that Onward isn't even having good ratings on Blu-ray. And Disney movies don't even have good ratings on Blu-ray. Okay? You know, Maleficent's ratings was awful. It still passed 1 million copies, but it was awful. The movie had awful ratings. Nobody really cared about Maleficent Mistress of Evil until Disney, of course, inflated the box office to make so people, probably from, you know, Disney fanboys, to inflate the box office of that movie. So yeah, Onward is a failure, another failure for Disney. Okay, it probably didn't, you know, and yeah, I think the three factors to blame for is Disney Plus, the lack of promotion, and its competition made Onward a box office and home video failure. Goodbye.